Coming up on this edition of Perspectives, musical talent, rapper, entrepreneur, hip hop artist Stereo H joins me here on the show. He talks about his career, music, the journey, all that and much more right here on Perspectives with yours truly, Daren Jaime.
What's on your mind? Express what's on your mind. What's on your mind?
Anything relevant to life, you bring it to the table. Whether you make a move solo or a movement with a stable. No fables, you speak on your decisions. Cause in the long run, it's your voice, your views, your vision. Keeping it real with many messages for you to know. This ain't radio, but DJ runs the show. Entertainment, he rocks it. Politics, he locks it. The host with the most would handle any topic. Don't forget to share your perspective with shines of light. Cause it might make a difference in someone else's life.
Make a difference in someone's life. Express what's in your heart and your mind. Share your perspective.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Perspectives. I am Daren Jaime, and of course, we thank you for joining us. And as always, we are glad to have you sharing here on the show. Listen, you can stay connected to us on our social media platforms, and how you reach me personally: Facebook, Daren C. Jaime, that's the professional page. Also, Twitter and Instagram, DC Jaime 23. There you get some information as well as some inspiration as well. Well, coming up on the show, we've got a very special guest, born and raised in the borough of the Bronx, and before moving across the bridge, to the NJ at the age of 14. It was then that he exposed himself to the art of music, the art of making music, and he was determined to rock the mic himself. He'd speak into the DJ studio when he wasn't there to use his equipment, sneaking in. Gosh, all right, we'll talk about that in a minute. Then we find out that risk actually paid off. And it paid off because now, years later, he doesn't have to sneak in anymore. He's actually in the studio. Stereo H prides himself on a great range, and he shares it with his fans. From hardcore beats that you might want to hear at the gym, all the way up to R&B and hip-hop ballads that you pump in your whip. He's got something that will definitely keep you nodding your head and bring you back for more. Pleased to have one more time back on the show, Stereo H. Talk about bringing back for more. Well, we brought you back for more, brother. Good to have you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me. You know what I mean? For the second time, you know what I mean? It means a lot. It means a lot.
I know it means a lot to have you here talking, especially at a time like this when there's so much going on in the industry, so much happening, and just want to get your take and your perspective, because when we talk about hip hop, we know there's been a lot of deaths in the hip hop, more so than we've actually seen in a long time. The state of hip hop music is somewhat, controversial again. Kanye takes it to another level. We're seeing more and more stuff, right? But this isn't how we started. So give me a little bit about where you feel we are and compare that to how we started. Well, Betty, let me start with give me how you feel where we are. Let's talk about that.
Wow. I mean, that's a great question to start off with. I mean, where are we at, man?
Would you say that
I think we're in a good place?
Huh?
I think we're in a good place.
Okay.
As far as like the kids are able to get money the way they should in the industry, somewhat better than the guys that came before them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing. You know what I mean? I think the bad part, and if I could be honest, I don't want to get myself in trouble, man. But somebody got to say it, man. I think it's too much gang culture in the music. You know what I mean? No disrespect to the gangs, no disrespect to nobody, how they want to live their life. But I think with music, it's a little dangerous. You know what I mean? It's a little dangerous. When you're dealing with those type of it's the streets. You know what I mean? And hip hop comes from the streets, but unfortunately with the subgenres, man, it's really really street. Like, you know what I mean? We all come from the streets, and some of us do, but yo, man, this is like they're really talking to each other on a different type of frequency that I think only belongs in the street. I don't think how can a grandmother, one thing about music is supposed to bring everybody together, right?
Right.
But if it don't bring everybody together, if everyone can't enjoy it, if my grandmother can't enjoy the music just like a little baby can or a teenager, you know what I mean? Then I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
I don't want to bash nobody. Hey, shout out to drill music. Shout out to all the drill rappers. Everybody, all the rappers. But I just don't want to. I just got to call it how it is. I think it's too much. It's too much gang stuff.
Yeah,
And
I mean, no question. I think we all think it's too
because
violent.
it was always street, but it just now it's just like it's only certain. It's like you talking to these people over there. You're not even talking to the fans.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's how can the fans truly enjoy it that don't live that lifestyle? You know what I mean? So that's what I that's the only thing I question. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. And let me talk about you for a moment because you're still in the game, and I talked about how you're
Yeah.
still doing it. Talk to us about how you're able to actually just stay relevant today, because there's so many brothers who actually started out and they're irrelevant, but you've managed to remain relevant in the industry and not just be able for yourself, but also to help put others on.
Right. One thing I think was good for me was that I took the independent route. So, a lot of people I seen, a lot of friends of mine, they had like major deals and stuff. And when the major deal went away, they went away. You know what I mean? So I think that's part of it. And I think as far as me being relevant, I think, I think my music kind of changed with the times. You know what I mean? I didn't get stuck. You know what I mean? I really didn't get stuck. You know what I mean? I love traditional hip hop and stuff like that, but I made a conscious effort that I wasn't gonna ever put myself in a box. You know what I mean? I just want to be like, yo, he can sing, you know what I mean? He can rap. I want to display all my talents out there to the world. You know what I mean? Not just rapping. You know what I mean? Because that'd be a disservice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. In my intro, I talked about how you snuck in studios, man. You snuck in studios back in the day, and listen, that's way back when. But what was that like for you, man? You were just that hungry, or what was it about that you were?
Yeah, it was more like just really like it was a stomping grounds for me to be able to just be a rapper, be in the music itself. You know what I mean? Like I don't think we was looking at it like how hungry we were, but we were looking at it like we just love to do it. And so when shout out to my boy Mike Smith, you know what I mean? Because when his brother went away or wherever he went to, man, we was on that equipment, man. We was on that equipment, and then we bought our own 4-track. You know what I mean? Very young age. We had a home studio very young. I look back on that like that was amazing, especially for back then, because people didn't have like home studios like that.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
And so for yourself right now, give our viewers a little bit about an update as to what you're doing and how things are going.
Everything is good, man. I can't complain. I got the new album out. My music hit different. I got the Old York album out, self-titled. We about to drop Moonshine King, Red Bricks 2, next month. So shout out to him. Shout out to Manny Manhattan. Shout out to Manhattan. Shout out to Duke Saragano. Everybody that helped us in the process of making those records, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to them. Word.
What's it mean for you? Because as you talked about, a lot of people went the traditional route, right? And you took a very it was a gamble, right? To go independent, because a lot of people were getting signed to labels and taking a look at the labels, and you said, listen, I don't want to do this. I'm gonna try to go this independent route. And it's boded well for you. But
make no mistake, man, like I really tried to go the mainstream route. And like, with bigger labels and stuff. But I auditioned for Rough Riders at one point. I've been in Bad Boy offices like like 3 times. You know what I mean? One time I got an ill story of Biggie Smalls. You know what I mean? I was in there and Biggie busted on my whole audition and just messed it all up. But shout out to Kirk Burrows, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my
how he mess up the audition? You can tell us now. I mean,
how did I get in there?
No, how did he mess up the audition?
Oh, because I was playing my song for Kirk Burrows, and we vibing. Me and my man, shout out to Mel Love. We in there, and he's vibing. He's liking it, and then the door just busts open. Biggie Smalls is like, "Pardon me, Duke," but he owed me a check, I'm like, cool. You know what I mean? When I'm like, I know who you are. You know what I mean? And Kirk was like, I got you, whatever. And that was it for me. But then I came back a couple of years later and I auditioned for them. You know what I mean? And that's when I was in a group called Boondock Saints, and we almost caught that deal, but French Montana beat us. You know what I mean? So that's how it goes. But once again, the independent route, I always stayed independent. So I'm not going nowhere unless I choose to. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And what is it that you want people to be able to take away from the music and your work?
I know. Well, from what people tell me, they say my music is like spiritual. Messages in there, positivity a little bit. You know what I mean? So as long as people, I keep getting the love, I'm cool, man. You know what I mean? I'm cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Moving from New York to New Jersey, obviously it's just across the bridge, but it is a different lifestyle, if you will. Talk to us about how both New York, New Jersey played a part in your musical makeup.
New York kind of, when I was in New York, I wasn't really like into hip hop like that. You know what I mean? I knew like songs and stuff, but I wasn't into the culture. It was only till I got to Jersey when I caught the bug, you know what I mean? And I just embraced myself in it, you know what I mean? And I never looked back, you know what I mean? I never looked back. But in New York, I was more like into R&B and stuff like that, and Michael Jackson and New Edition and stuff. So when I got the hip hop stuff in me, it was like, oh man, you know what I mean? It was like, it was like the perfect blend. But I didn't use the R&B stuff at first, you know what I mean? It just really like in the last 5 years, I started bringing that side of me out, you know what I mean? Some more melodic stuff,
And for yourself, you mentioned a lot of names. You've had the opportunity to collab with a lot of people and work with a lot of people. Can you share with me a little bit and share with us about the power of collaboration? Because I think that's a mistake that sometimes people make. They try to go out and do it on their own,
right?
And they don't want anybody. I got this. They know they got the answer to what people need, only to find out that you need more than just yourself.
Right. The power of collabs. One of the people I worked with was Mesa Leak. She's like a Grammy nominated twice, singer. And I had the pleasure of working with her on a song called Thank God. And when I tell you, my fan base shifted from just like normal hip hop people to like older people checking for me and like R&B people checking for me. You know what I mean? So that's the power. That's one good thing with collabs. Fred the Godson I worked with. That was more like a street type of stuff. You know what I mean? And once again, they fans become your fans. You know what I mean? If they like the record, you know what I mean? They fans become your fans. So it's a win-win situation, but it got to be the right, you got to really like the artist. Like I really wanted to work with these people, not just because of who, you know what I mean? If they were hotter or I just really wanted to work with them. And God bless the dead on Fred the Godson, because he had passed away like 2 years ago.
So I want to come back after the break and talk a little bit about your start and how you really got started, right? And then at the same time, I'll talk about how you got started. I want you to give some starter tips to somebody who might think about getting started today, because I think that's important. Be back with my man Stereo H. Got to take a quick break. We'll be back here on Perspectives.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it.
You can talk to me.
It's been really, really hard for me.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is me? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You didn't turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending,
No.
honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
We are back here on Perspectives, Daren Jaime, and my guest, Stereo H, and he's been talking a little bit about his career, his journey, hip-hop music as we see it today, the things that you need to know about those who came before us, and really where we are today. It's important to know that hip-hop today would not be if we did not stand on the shoulders of some greats. And so Stereo H, one of those brothers who's paved the way, and people stand on your shoulders too, man. And as you look now, talk to me about this area right here, where it all started. How'd you first get that start to say, listen, hip hop is what I want to do?
Well, that, you know, for a long time I was by myself, just putting myself in the studio. Thousands of dollars were spent. I couldn't even put it, because back then you really had to go. If you wanted to go to the studio, you paid like $50 or $100 an hour, man. It was no joke. And so I was alone for a long time, and then I connected with one of my friends from the street, and we started doing records together. And he introduced me to Andre DaCosta, and Andre basically brought us in, and him and his mother, man, for the remainder of my career to this day, been great supporters of mine, and I love them dearly, and they just been in my corner, man, forever and a day, and that's one of the reasons why I'm still here too. You know what I mean? Yeah. A real team behind me. You know what I mean? People that really, really care. You know what I mean?
Was there ever a point where you said, man, because it got so hard that I don't want to do this?
Mad times, man. I tell people all the time, I went through every emotion an artist could feel, you know what I mean? And I ain't no millionaire, so I don't even know what that emotion feel like. I'm trying to get there though. But you know what I mean? I've been through days, man. Of course, you'd be like, man, I don't want to do this no more. You know what I mean? Or, you know, it's just like that. I think everybody goes through that. But those are the days when I say nah, and I brush it off real quick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I get to work. You know what I mean? Or I try to do something that'll get me closer to one of my goals. You know what I mean? And get my mind off of that weak stuff. You know what I mean? That's the devil.
Yeah. You know, you got to stay on, man, and just know, listen,
of course,
it's going to happen. But what's that feeling like?
You got to know that it is happening. You got to be in the moment. That's the key too. A lot of times we look towards the end game, the end result, and you get lost. I'm not looking for the end result. I want to be in the now and enjoy everything that's in my life every day. You know what I mean? If I can, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. For you, what's it like when you hear your music out there and people are jamming to it? What's that feeling like for you?
Yeah, right now they playing a lot of my music in Georgia and Arizona, and I'm like tripping off of that. You know what I mean? Because I never really got a lot of love on New York radio. You know what I mean? It's a lot of politics and stuff. You know what I mean? I don't put it too much out there, but over there they be rocking. They've been rocking everybody. Everything I give them, they've been supportive of, and the people been calling up and been like super supportive. So I thank God for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, listen, when you think about the South, and it's often said that, you know, even when it comes to hip hop itself, that when it comes to the United States, we're pretty capitalistic and we have our own mentality. But if you want to get some love, go overseas, because hip hop never dies.
Yeah. Overseas is great. That's good money over there. You know, I learned that back in 99. I learned that. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's good money over there forever and a day. And the promoters, they treat you well. You know, you be in the good hotels. You know what I mean? it's a lot better. You know what I mean? And they love the culture. For some reason, it's like hip hop on steroids. You know what I mean? Like you could be the oldest rapper from back, who knows? And they're gonna show you love. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're gonna show you love. You're gonna find an audience out there. You know, and get some money. You know.
And when that audience is out there, the fans, how do you determine what's next? Because fans love this. They gravitate to that. For you, what's the determination about what's next and what do I put out there?
I don't know. I just kind of go with I kind of go with my gut. I've been pretty good at knowing when I got a record that's really like gonna do something for me or my artist. So I'm pretty good at that. And I got a strong team. We work radio very well. So that's what we just doing. You know what I mean? Internet radio, mainstream radio. We do, we've been doing it all. So that's how we've been able to stay around. You know what I mean?
You do great work. I want you to share a little bit about the people who work with you. Talk to me about your team.
Oh man, like I said, I got Andre DaCosta, his mother Sandra DaCosta. I got Moonshine King. I got a bunch of producers. You know what I mean? Shout out to Pizzazz. Shout out to Manny Manhattan. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to Kane Carso, man. He's incarcerated right now, but he'll be home soon. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, we just gonna keep it going and keep it mashing, man, forever and a day. Like I'm not stopping. But I have a lot of great things in the future, not just music. It's like I want to get into acting. I want to get into comic books and short films. You know what I mean? Because I think that's the way to go. You know what I mean? With to separate yourself in music, you can do short films and just accompany it with music. You know what I mean? Like little soundtracks. Like we used to love soundtracks back in the day. A soundtrack used to be very important to our culture. You know what I mean? So I want to bring that back. You know?
Yeah. And when we look at today, you have a lot of people trying to aspire to be on stage, a lot of people aspire just to get to where you've been. How do you give advice to those people who say, what do you want to tell them if they want to get to this next level?
Put God first, and just know that it's not a hustle. You gotta live it. You gotta really be this. You can't fake it. The people gonna know. You know what I'm saying? The people gonna know. So, and live your truth as much as you can, man. You know what I mean? And just like my homies in the street, they say bust your gun, but it means like just go for yours. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, just go for yours, man, and pray to God, man. Hopefully it'll happen for you. You know what I mean?
What was the deciding factor for you to say, listen, King Me Records? It's about that time.
Yeah, well, that was a long time coming. It's really a label with me and Andre. I started out on their label, Dio's Music, and Billion Entertainment, and it just came to a point. I mean, I'm getting older, so it only made sense that I have my own. You know what I mean? And I stand up on my own too as a real boss. You know what I mean? And not just an artist. You know what I mean? I sign myself. You know what I mean? So I bossed up. I put my money where my mouth is, and here we are. You know what I mean? Here we are. We're gonna make some great things happen, and we got some merch that's coming. That's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be incredible. All the nostalgic things you could ever imagine. You're gonna be like, wow. You know what I mean? It's gonna be amazing.
Yeah, take me to 2023. I mean, we're almost here. So what can we expect?
Oh yeah, like I said, we got the merch coming. That'll be coming in the next 2 months. We're gonna have hoodies. We're gonna have jean jackets, sweatsuits, socks. We got panties for the women, cotton, all cotton, and yeah, it's all gonna be all great. You know, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. See your merch out there. See the people out there rocking your stuff. It's got to be a good feeling. But talk to me about the struggle. People don't know the big struggle sometimes that come with this. Yeah. If you had to put some of your struggles out there, what would they be?
Personally or musically?
Musically.
Musically, once again, when you get into this business, they say you got to have thick skin. I say you got to have dinosaur skin, because rejection is real. And if you just one of those people that somebody tell you something and you go away, you ain't gonna make it in this business, man. I don't care how many times the door was closed in my face. Eventually, I'm coming through the side window. You're not stopping me. You know what I mean? You're not stopping me. So, That's just been our motto. Like, we're not gonna stop. And another thing, one of our mottos is ain't no Santa Claus in this business. Everybody thinking somebody's coming to save them. They thinking Jay-Z is one of these guys coming to. They're not. They're not coming to save you. You better go get out there and get noticed. You know what I mean? And maybe you can get on a radar or somebody that can get you to them, but they're not coming to save you. You know what I mean? I see so many people wait around for the right people to come in. Ain't no right people. You are the people. You know what I mean? You gotta get out there, and you gotta really, you have to make yourself be seen. Nobody can do that for you, man. You can hire people, but you at the end of the day, you are the machine. You know what I mean?
Is there a false sense of security in that? I think that people think that because I see these guys that, I can really be rescued by them.
Yeah. They really, or they think, they think if they get, and I think, everybody should think like that. If you get in the right room with the right person, I get it, but don't bank on that. I know producers they won't sell you the beat because they're waiting for Jay-Z, Nas, or one of these guys to come into their life somehow miraculously and pay them $1 gazillion for their beat. It's like, it's not reality, man. It's not reality.
Yeah. We're getting down to the end, but I do want to get a chance for you to tell people where they can catch your music and where they can catch you.
Yeah, my music is on all platforms, from iTunes, Tidal, everywhere, man. You just type in Stereo H, and I'll be there like the Jackson 5. You know what I mean? I got my group. It's a rap collective. It's called Old York. If you're into that old rap like style, like that 90s stuff, yeah, you're going to like that. You know what I mean? And we got Moonshine King. Like I said, he's coming out. And next month we'll have his project out. And it's King Me Records to the end, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
King Me Records to the end.
And before we go, if you had to say the one person that inspired you the most, who would that be?
I got two. I got two people that pure inspiration: Michael Jackson and Ralph McDaniels. When Ralph McDaniels came to my team and said that he wanted to be a part of whatever I was doing, I don't care what nobody in the world has to say about my music or anything, because guess what? I got co-signed by one of my heroes that I used to run home as a kid to watch as a kid, because I love this culture so much. So for him to be a part of it and be a part of my movement, what I'm doing, those are my biggest inspirations in ever. Yeah.
Those some huge ones, man. Those some huge ones. Stereo, we gotta leave it there, man. But I want to thank you so much for being with us, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Great. And you have a happy holiday, and we will see you soon, man.
You as well, man. Take care, brother.
Hey, thank you. All right, Stereo H, our guest here on Perspectives. Listen, I want to let you know that about wraps up for this edition. Make sure that you stay safe. Share your perspective with somebody else, because it just might make a difference in somebody else's life.